It's the big question tonight. Who was behind this kind of attack? What is behind this kind of attack in Boston? What does it mean from a physiological standpoint? And what else is happening because of this? 24-Hour News 8's Rick Albin spoke with a terrorism expert and is looking at other security precautions being taken right now across the country. Rick?
Well, we talked with Grand Valley State University terrorism expert Jonathan White about today's event, understanding that even now there's much that we do not know, just as the president said, but it appears that what happened in Boston was deliberate and timed, perhaps not to create maximum destruction or casualties, but to create maximum terror. Just from the coverage you've seen and your background, what do we make of this?
Well, one of the most effective ways of conducting a bombing is to use secondary and other devices, because it makes the bombing more effective. And if a group or an individual has something that they want to do, that's an effective way to make a statement. But I don't want to speculate too much right now, because events are unfolding and the media becomes a force multiplier on this issue.
Force multiplier. That's the operative phrase for those who would perpetrate such a cowardly act. How much force, how much impact can it have? For more than 3 hours, it has dominated news coverage nationally, to a lesser degree worldwide, and the safety net draws tighter. In Washington, more security at the White House. Air Force planes reported to be overflying Boston, and tighter security measures being seen in major cities like New York and elsewhere. This has become protocol since 9/11, nearly 12 years ago. I was in Washington for that tragedy and the changes that it took place in life and the aftermath. Thankfully, this, in terms of loss of life, is a much smaller event. But on the other hand, it is also the kind of event that puts all of those practices that went into effect after 9/11 into effect tonight. So there are things happening that wouldn't have happened if this would have been, for example, in 2001, April. But all of these things that are going into place, and there are people all over the country right now trying to analyze what this means. Was there chatter before or after on the secure links? So far, people are saying no. There are a lot of unanswered questions tonight, but there is that rise in questioning for people, particularly on the East Coast, where they're very sensitive to this. What does this mean tonight?
Absolutely. Rick Albin, thank you.
Thanks.